Today I thought I'd just run through what I'm packing in my bag to go on my first ever solo wild camp. Whilst it's my first solo camp, I have been camping quite a bit before, so I'm hoping that this will be helpful for those of you who haven't been before. So I'm just going to run through the kit that I'm going to be taking. This is just for one night's camp, so I hope that's helpful. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll just give you a few other tips on additional extras that you might like to take. First of all, most important thing that I'm taking is this. This is my tent. It's the MSR Hubba tent, and it's a two-person tent, but actually is really nice and spacious for just one person. The thing that I love most about this tent is that you can sit upright in it. If you're my height, I'm 5'8", and I think that's great if you want to drink a cup of tea inside your tent and keep warm in the morning. So that's the first piece of kit. Really nice lightweight tent as well. Would thoroughly recommend. Next piece of kit that goes in for the overnight camp is my sleeping bag. This is a Rab Ascent 700. It's a women's specific design, which is great. It means it's slightly more insulated in the areas which women need it. And again, packs down, pretty small, but a really toasty bag, which hopefully will do me for all the seasons this year. This is a new bag, so I'm super excited about trying that. Next thing up on the sleeping arrangement is, it's pretty crucial, I'd say, to have a sleeping mat of some kind. It's a Thermarest Neoair, very, very lightweight sleeping mattress. I love the valve that makes it easy to blow up, stops air escaping. It's super easy to roll back and fit back into its package. So that is all in all 100% brilliant. And goes there, gets packed with all of this initially. The first thing that I always have in the bag, regardless of the time of year when I'm camping in the mountains, is this Rab down jacket. This is a delightfully bright colour. It's super warm, down filling. It's the women's Electron jacket, which I've had for a few years now and has been serving me really well. And so that packs down really small into here. If I can get it in the bag. Okay. Right, so the next thing I will put in the bag today when I'm packing is my little Tangia Kettle. This is probably the smallest piece of cooking equipment that I have. It's really lightweight, and when I'm wild camping, I've been trying to experiment a bit with food recently. Because I'm not taking a massive bag, I want to keep everything as small and light as possible. So I'm going with the freeze-dried food. I've got this one, which is just called Summit to Eat. It's just a brand that we have access to in the UK. It's a 5-bean cassoulet, that's got like 600 calories. I think they're on average about that amount, which should fill me up in the evening. And you just add water to this, essentially hot water, to produce your meal, which is great. And then you eat it out of the bag. And then a similar thing for the morning, but this time it's a kind of like a porridge. It's called Expedition Breakfast, and this one is by Adventure Food, and I've had this before and I really like it, but obviously everyone should have whatever food they prefer. So my cooking system essentially is one of these little gas cylinders. This I keep on the outside of my bag just in case of leakage, and double wrap it underneath the water bottles. The way this works is there's a little cap on it like that, there's a valve, and then within my little kettle I keep the stove top. So this is gas powered obviously, and in order to light it you turn this on and put a match next to it. This is a very small Vango one. It's similar to the MSR Pocket Rocket. I don't need to take any washing up gear because I'm not going to be needing to wash this because it will only have water in it. So that goes on like that. Put the lid back on that. So other things that I love to have, throw in the bag, coffee. That's fantastic. These ones are environmentally friendly. You can recycle the bags and the coffee bag as well. So that's great. And then just some snacks when I'm actually walking up and down the mountain. Cereal bars, fruit bars, that kind of thing. I don't know if you get these all over the world, but in the UK we have wine gums. They're a bit of a childhood throwback for me, so I like to have those for a sugary sort of energy snack, I suppose. Also for my eating equipment, quite important to have something to eat it with, so I normally just take this. It's called a Spork, I believe. This is by Light My Fire. What an incredible name, made in Sweden. Spoon on one and fork on the other, and a little knifey thing, which is pretty much useless, but I don't need a knife, so I just use the spoon, and that's great for eating those. Okay, other important thing to remember to take with the gas type burner is a lighter or some matches. So we've got the sleeping equipment here, and we talked about food and the sort of the camp stove setup. They're all very lightweight, as you can see. It's just those. And then water. So I like to hike, especially with this bag as it's not very big, with these 2 water bottles. These are 750 centilitres each. They're just lightweight sports bottles. What I will be doing is taking some chlorine tablets with me and camping near a water source that will be high up in the mountains. Probably quite fresh, but just to be on the safe side, I will add some chlorine tablets to that. The ones that I use will then need to be left for half an hour, and then the water is good to drink. Something else that you definitely need to have if you're going wild camping is one of these. The glamorously named poo shovel. It does what it says on the tin. You dig yourself a hole, then you put your stuff in it and you cover it up again with one of those. Now moving on to electricals. There are 3 things that I love to have with me, excluding my phone, which I will have but I will not have on, just there for emergency calls. The first is an essential, which is a head torch. This is by Black Diamond. I really like it because it has an option to use a red light on it, which is useful if you're trying to map read in the dark, so you don't blind yourself from the white light bouncing back from a map. Second thing I love to use is this little light, which is really handy. I think I got this as a stocking filler. I actually can't remember. It's got a little hook on here so that you can hang it up in the tent. This doesn't even have a brand on it, I'm afraid, but you can get these from anywhere. This one is battery powered, and that is just useful in the tent at night when you want to do stuff without your head torch. Not essential, that one, I would say, but nice to have. And a power bank. This is just the case for mine because mine is charging because I'm shortly about to go away. But this is the Anker 1000 power bank.